Hello there. This is Anthony Johnson. I'm starting a new series. This will be episode 1. This will be focused more so on interview prep for SQL. So for today's lesson, the first lesson will be find the nth highest, and that's NTH, the nth highest value and or the top one per group. So prior to recording, I put some values together inside of a temp table. I'm just selecting the top 10 right here. Let's see what we get back here. So we have a customer ID column, we have a product name column, total spend column, and a year column. So let's say that you're asked to return the top total spend. Just the top 20, the top total spend without using the top one. So they will ask you, show me how you would return the top selling line or top selling row out of this data that we have here without using top and order by. So what we'll do is select from, and this is going to be the derived table method. What to do is select our table. What do we want? We want customer ID. We want to list out all our columns. Product name. Total spend. And year. And then we are going to do a row number. We'll just call it RN. Row number over order by total spend order by total spend descending. Now, since this is a derived table, we do have to give it a name. We'll give it an alias of T. And then on top of that, all right, so now we're going to do T dot all, where T dot RN equals 1. Okay, so what we have here is a derived table. It's derived because we are selecting from a table in our from clause. The whole magic here is to use the row number window function. We order it by total spend, which is in descending order, meaning it's going to place the highest amount, the highest total spend on top, and then we're going to select from here. This where clause, this is going to be the condition. We're literally going to just pick. We only want to return the highest one. So let's just go ahead and execute this. And as you can see, we have $15,810 total spend. Now we see we got the top 10 here. Let's do order by total spend descending. Now let's just see if we get back 15,810. And we actually do. Okay, we have two that has the same total spend amount from two separate companies. So now let's see if let's just, and it's gonna also, for the customer ID, since this is a primary key, H comes before Q in this sense. So I believe that's why, I believe that's why Hanner is getting selected, because the two total spend values definitely have the same dollar amount down to the cents. So that's one way you use a derived table. The second way you can do this actually, you know what? So say we wanted to see the top per group. All we would do is, since we're already on the derived table, we're just going to actually partition by customer ID. If we want to see per company, the total spend per company, essentially, or per customer, we'll do customer ID. We partition by them, so we're essentially segmenting all of, I believe it's 86 different companies in here. We're only gonna, since we're still ordering by total spend, we're selecting their highest spend per group. So we're still gonna keep our where clause intact, where RN equals 1, unless we get back. Okay, so we have 89 total. 89 total customers. So as you can see, customer ID is the primary key, so it's going to go in alphabetical order. But also, if you look here, it's only one entry per. So this is the highest total spend per customer. Let's see if we go to H, if Hanner, their entry is the highest, which is 15,810. So for Hanner, that customer ID, that's their highest total spend. So that's why they were selected. So that is how you do that with a derived table. And the second way to do it, which is one of my favorite ways, is to actually, we're going to use a CTE. We'll just call it CTE. As, and then open and close our parentheses. So now we're just going to actually just copy and paste that query within our window. And then here we will do, actually we're going to take the partition out because we only want to select the top one with the highest spend of all the data that we have. So we'll just select from CTE where RN, because that's the name of our column, equals 1. And as you can see, it brings back Hanner again. And now if we want to see the top one per, the highest spend per company or per customer ID, I should say, these are companies, so that's why I keep referring to them as companies when they're actually customer IDs. So partition by customer ID. We are going to leave our select in place and let's run it again. And as you can see, 89. Now this works for more than just the top one. So say we wanted to see the top three. The third highest, I would say the third highest purchase per customer ID. We just simply change the RN to equals 3. And as you can see, the third highest selection or purchase per customer. So what if we wanted to, see for a specific year? We already have our filtration. We're gonna leave it on here as far as for company. We want to see their company purchases. What we wanted to see for the year, we'll just add a simple and year equals, we'll say the year 2014. And now for all of the year 2014, as you can see, we have a significant drop in our rows returned. So this is for all of 2014. Each purchase per company. Now you can see that some companies aren't listed on here. First one comes to mind is Hanner, which holds the record in this data set for the total spend, the most total spend. Apparently they didn't make a purchase during that time, so that's why they aren't on the list. And there you go, the top purchase per company in the year 2014. Now, what if I wanted to actually order this? There you go. So we can also add an order by on the outside of the final select query from the CTE. And that's going to, it's still selecting the top one per, nothing changed as far as the data. The row number function locks that into place as far as what data we're taking a peek into, because they like to call it the window function. What window of, or what pocket of data that we're taking a peek into. So that's locked into place. But as far as ordering it from descending to ascending order, you can also add your order by on the outside. And as you can see, for the year 2014, Pico, they spent $10,540. And that is how you return the nth highest value. Again, you can use a derived table, as I did in the first example, or you can use a CTE, as I use in the second example. You can get the same results here. I'm just gonna pop this on here real quick. We'll do t.year. You have to, since this is a derived table, you have to reference the alias, which is t, which goes outside of the table. 2014, and you get the same results back here. It truly comes down to personal preference, and we can put our order by on here too. Order by t.total spend December. We can get the same results set as we had with the CTE. Alrighty, so to find the nth highest value, it can be, a good example would be on an interview, probably gonna have a list of employees, the departments that they work, and a year column or a date column, and then their salary. So how would you go about answering that? So if you want to go the derived table route, you want to have all the columns. You want to have list all the columns out. If you're doing it just for employee, you can omit the year column out because you don't really need that, or the date column. You can omit that. Use your list of your columns out minus the date column. Use a row number function towards the end to partition by employee name. Actually, you don't even have to partition by employee name, because that's just going to give you individual. It's going to give you the same amount of employees that you have. So you're actually just going to order by row number, order by salary in descending order. And then select from there, and then the name of your row number function is where that column name equals 1. So if they say return the third highest salary, you would just change that where clause to equal that number or the integer of what they ask. So if it's 3, it'd be where row number equals 3. And for CTE, it works similar. You put your row number inside of your CTE. You come to the outside. You can select specific columns, or you can do select all. And then your where clause is what's pivotal. It's where that row number column equals 1, or if it was for the 3, if you want to see the third highest salary, you would do row number equals 3. Now, if it comes for departments, you're going to actually partition by department, and then you're going to order by the actual salary column in descending order still. So when you partition by the departments, so it's 3 departments. You're getting a snapshot of the top 3 within those departments. So it's number 1 per department. And you do your where clause where row number equals 1, and that is what you're going to receive. So I hope this was helpful. I know it was a lot of talking. Hopefully it wasn't too much word salad. Hope you're able to capitalize on this when someone asks you on the interview. You're able to knock it out the park. You can speak to it, and you will also be able to perform this act on a whiteboard. This is episode 1 of SQL Interview Prep. Have a blessed day, and bye-bye.